Hello, good day everyone. Welcome back to our lecture video series. In this video, we're going to talk about ethics as one of the branches of philosophy. In our synchronous class, we have talked about the overview of what we will be learning about this branch. In this video, we are going into more details as to how we will be learning what ethics is all about, its scope, and its coverage. So take this as a sort of a review for our previous class. We have defined ethics as the branch of philosophy that studies the morality of human acts. Okay, so morality and ethics are two different things, but they are associated. When we speak about morality, these are the things that we find in us, the principles that we adhere to, while ethics are the actions, the manifestations of the morals that we adhere to, yung mga pinaniniwalaan at yung mga paraan ng ating pamumuhay. Ito naman yung tinatawag nating ethics. So these two are associated, but they are different in a way. Ethics is what we do, morality is what we have inside us, the principles that we adhere to, that drives us to do things, to do the correct things or things that are not good. Okay? Now, I'd like to emphasize the point that ethics is not just a study of actions, it talks about human acts, because human acts are different from the acts of man. Okay? Um, Simply put, this branch of philosophy, in Filipino, tawag natin dito ang pagpapakatao, pag-aaral ng pagpapakatao. It is the way we do things. Pagka tayo ay tao, dapat tayo ay makatao, dapat ang actions natin ay makatao. Hindi tayo hayop, and therefore our actions should not be makahayop. Okay? Merong ng kasabihan, no? Sinasabi, only animals go to heaven. You know why? Because these are the only creatures who act according to their nature. Sapagkat sila ay hayop, natural na sila ay magpagka-hayop. Pagka ang baboy, kailangan niyang magpaka-baboy. Ano ibig sabihin nun? We're talking about the nature of every creature. Ano ba ang likas sa atin? Pagka ang baboy kumain na sudsud yung nguso sa kanyang kainan, natural yun sa kanya, likas yun sa kanya, sapagkat siya ay hayop, sapagkat siya ay baboy. But we cannot expect that from human beings because that is not a nature of a human person. Okay? Pagka ang tao gumawa ng isang bagay, dapat ito ay makatao. Therefore, ethics ay pagpapakatao. Only animals go to heaven because they are not hypocrites. They act according to their nature. Ngayon, pagka ang tao kumain na ngud-ngud yung kanyang bunganga sa kanyang kainan, hindi makatao yun. Makababoy. Okay? So, what does ethics say about this? We have to act according to our nature. And the nature of man is not directed by emotions. Okay? Our actions are directed by reason. And human acts are actions wherein three elements are satisfied. Number one is knowledge. Number two is voluntariness. And number three is free will. Okay, there are certain actions that do not have these three elements. Okay, ano yung tatlong elemento? Knowledge, voluntariness, and freedom. Now, let me repeat this. There are certain actions that do not have these three. Okay, what do you call these? These are called human acts of man. Malaki ang pagkakaiba ng human acts and acts of man. Ang human acts, ito yung mga actions na present ang knowledge, alam mo, voluntariness, hindi ka punersa, and freedom, malaya ka upang gawin ang mga bagay na to. Meron din namang mga bagay na ginagawa ng tao na wala itong tatlong ito. Halimbawa, ikaw ay nag-i-sleepwalk. You're not aware, you're not conscious that you're sleepwalking, and therefore all the actions that will happen when you are sleepwalking, you're not accountable for it. Hindi ka responsible doon. You're not culpable of the actions as a consequence of sleepwalking. Bakit? Hindi mo alam hindi ka conscious. Pangalawa, malaya ka pa doon? Hindi. Di ba? Pangatlo, voluntary ba? Hindi rin. Kaya kung anuman ang mga actions na mangyari pagka ikaw ay nag-i-sleepwalk, you will not be responsible for it. What am I saying here? Halimbawa, ikaw ay nakasakit habang nag-i-sleepwalk. You will not be held accountable for it. Unlike if you planned for it, voluntary mong ginawa, at malaya ka, pwede mong gawin, pwede hindi, pero pinili mong gawin, at nanakit ka, then that is a human act. I hope that is clear. Therefore, murder is a human act because murder is when you plan on killing a person, voluntary mong ginawa, nagkukusa ka, at pangatlo, malaya ka kung gagawin siya o hindi. Pero iba ito pagka nakapatay ka habang ikaw ay nag-i-sleepwalk. Okay? So, ethics is the study of the morality of human acts. So, you only get to judge actions if they are human acts. If these are acts of man, then hindi responsable yung tao doon, hindi siya culpable, at hindi siya accountable. Okay. Now, next question is this. Papaano pagka present yung dalawa, pero yung isa hindi? Halimbawa, knowledgeable ka, alam mo ang ginawa mo, malaya ka rin namang gawin. Malaya ka, pero hindi mo voluntaryong ginawa. Okay? In the next video, we will be talking about direct will and indirect will. There are principles behind this. Okay? Pagka direct will, ibig sabihin, masakit ang ulo mo, kumuha ka ng gamot para magamot yung sakit ng ulo mo, pero hindi mo alam na meron pala siyang side effect. Ikaw ay aantukin. So, indirectly, hindi mo sinasadya na ikaw ay makatulog. Pero direct, sinasadya mo na gamutin ang sakit ng ulo mo. Okay? We will be talking about this in the next video. Our intention here is just to make clear that ethics is the study of human acts. We get to judge the person based on human acts. Okay? Yung moralidad ng isang tao, ang ating judgment ay magbabase depende sa human acts. Dapat nandoon yung knowledge, dapat nandoon yung voluntariness, dapat nandoon din ang free will. Now, sabi natin, ang filosofiya ay ang paghahanap ng katotohanan at kahulugan sa buhay. Malaking bahagi ng filosofiya ang tamang paggawa. These make us as responsible agents. At the end of the day, we are the only ones accountable for the things that we do. We cannot pass to other people the consequences of our actions. What am I trying to say here? What is it for us to be ethical? Are we doing this for others, or are we doing this for ourselves? Now, I want you to answer that yourself. But what I want you to think of is, at the end of the day, para kanino mo ba ginagawa ang isang bagay? Is your life directed by other people? Are you doing things because your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner tells you to do it? Or is it because of your own free will? Are you taking up this course because you really want it? Or is it because your parents want it for you? Are you loving people because your friends, your peers are telling you to love them more? Or is it because it is your decision to do it? What makes you sleep well at night? When you do good things, is it because you want people to see you doing good? Or is it because you just mean it? Is ethics subjective? Why do we do things? Later on, we'll be talking about the ends of morality. Of course, when we do things, it is to one end. Nakikita natin ang ending ng isang action bago pa natin gawin. Otherwise, we won't be doing things without seeing an end to it. Hindi tayo papasok o magkaklase, mag-enroll kung hindi rin naman natin nakikita na tayo ay gagraduate. Hindi naman natin gagawin ng isang bagay pagka walang end, if you do not have an end in mind. And I could not imagine doing something without an end in mind. You are an ethical person if the end that you have in mind is goodness. If the end that you have in mind is para magpasikat, tutulong ka sa tao para makita ng camera, makuna ng video na ikaw ay tumutulong, that's another thing. So very important is the intention of the human person. Very easily, we could be viewed as doing something good. Anybody could do it. Even the most evil man can go in front of the camera and do something good, and he will be judged as good. But then again, it is actually the intention that should be judged. And so I asked you, at the end of the day, are you doing things because you mean it? Or is it because somebody tells you to do it? Para saan ang ending ng iyong actions? Thank you very much. God bless. And we will continue these in our next lecture video series. That's it for now. Thank you.